Drug addicts get a bad rap in our society. Arrested for under the influence, jailed, released on formal probation. It can be difficult to get off probation once on because the requirements are difficult. Calling in regularly, paying restitution, keeping steady employment, meeting with your probation officer are all potential requirements to fulfill. And these requirements must be maintained steadily for a period of time in order to successfully complete probation. What about the person with no skills, no telephone, no transportation? How are these folks to comply with the requirements? I worked in a federally funded pilot treatment program that served folks who had a nonviolent criminal case, an alcohol or drug addiction, and a diagnosable mental illness. My job was to interview folks and find those who would benefit from our program. During the course of the 3 years, I interviewed hundreds of people who wanted help. And as the years went on, I discovered through diagnostic interviews that nearly all had a diagnosis of complex PTSD. Complex PTSD differs in onset and duration of symptoms from PTSD. The difference boiled down is a single horrific event versus a horrific events that continue over the course of months and even years. Both diagnoses carry symptoms of loss of short-term memory, exaggerated startle response, avoidance of situations that remind them of what happened, nightmares, and the feeling that the world around them is not real. When single incident folks find their way to a trauma therapist, their successful treatment can take place in a matter of months. The person with complex PTSD often requires years of treatment. Much of their trauma has taken place in those important years of 0 to 5. That's when a child learns about the world and their place in it by what comes in through their 5 senses. Now, as an adult, they're unable to provide for basic necessities of life. Having grown up under the umbrella of unpredictability and lack, a cloak of shame can develop, and the beliefs, I am unlovable, invisible, do not matter, cannot depend on anyone, can be installed. How is this person to manage the pain of living? Is it any surprise substances enter their lives? When the person a child depends on for care cause instead pain and shame, the child is unlikely to grow up and live a fully functional life. Can you suppose what type of actions these persons have experienced? Let's practice compassion here. Hold these hurt souls in the middle of a huge heart filled with love. Because love heals wounds, and healed wounds don't crave substances.